Welcome back to the workbench where uncut and unedited I try to make things. And what I'm trying to make right now is a Wacky Races diorama. And we're currently working on Dick Dastardly's Mean Machine. In fact, today we're going to finish Dick Dastardly's Mean Machine. Now, I promised I'd get it finished in between episodes. And as per usual, that didn't happen. It's into the school year for my little girl. And so there's all kinds of things going on. And I just didn't get the time. So I thought, what we're going to do, we're going to finish it right here, right now. We can all finish it together. And here's basically where we're at so far. We've got, honestly, almost a finished Mean Machine. I did finish in between episodes. I think the painting the figures about the best I'm going to be able to get them painted. I think it's about as clean as I'm going to get it, which it's not too bad. Where's my remote? Let me zoom in here so you guys can maybe see just a little bit better. So here's Dick himself. I think he's got that character. He represents Dick Dastardly at least. I think he comes across as the right character. And then actually Muttley, I think, looks pretty good. He's a lot simpler, a lot better mold, quite honestly. His eyes are still a little funky, but I guess that's just kind of how it goes. From each side, he looks fine. But yeah, anyways, we got those finished up. And then I also finished painting the front wing thing. I don't know what you want to call that. And the steering wheel, which I've just kind of been forgetting about all this time. Hopefully this is in focus for you guys. So I've got the steering wheel painted up too. So what I think we'll do, let me zoom back out so we can get a little wider view. Well, maybe not that wide of a view. I think we'll go ahead and try to get this put together. And I think probably first thing we need to do is see about getting this front fin in here. And is it going to fit in? I don't want to break anything. Everything so far has fit extremely tight. Oh my goodness, yeah. And I don't want to break. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I'm not going to force any issues. I've got body, we did all this body work along the side to remove the seam, and I don't want to jeopardize that. So what I think I'm going to do, I don't know how well you guys can see this, but basically this piece here, which goes in the front, has some kind of wedges that you're supposed to wedge in, and then it has the little lip that holds it in. I'm going to just shave that stuff right off. So hopefully we can get this to just slide in nice and easily, just like so. I don't know if you guys can see, but yeah, just kind of shave those right off of there so we don't have to deal with them. There's one on this side, like so, and then there's kind of some molding marks here. I'm going to go and shave those off. Okay, now I think with those gone, hopefully this will slide right in, and then what I can do is just glue it in place is kind of my thought. Let me see. Yeah, it's going to go right in. Okay, good. So I'm going to put the glue here. My fear is I don't want glue all over our painted body. So I'm going to try to be very careful. I'm going to use some thin cement from Tamiya with a brush, and oh so carefully. Oh boy, I knew I would. I knew I'd hit it. So let me see if I can touch that glue off of there. At least it's on the back side. Okay, I think we'll be okay. I don't think you'll be able to see that, and I'm going to leave just that amount of glue on there. So I got a little drop on the backside, which will actually be the backside of the model. You won't actually see that. So I think we're going to be okay. And let me get that to fit in kind of nice and tight there. Yeah, and I think that glue, we have enough glue. Yeah, you're never going to see that. Okay, so just right on the backside. But if you remember right, we're building a diorama out of this, and there's actually going to be a back wall to this diorama here with a bunch of, let's talk about it because we haven't talked about it in quite a while. Let me get the picture in case you're new to the series. If you are new to the series, I always mention it. There is a playlist down in the description if you want to get caught up. But basically, we're going to upscale this, and Dick's car is going to be back here on the starting line, and we're going to have this wall back here with a hand-painted, what looks like a hand-painted background from a animation cell. So it's going to be back here. You're going to have smoke going. You're never going to, you don't even really see it. Now, I think it's fine. This isn't actually all the way in, though. That needs to tilt forward like that. There we go. Think that's right. Okay, and you can see on this side, just an update too, you can see what the seam that was in this that we actually body worked out on this side, because this is obviously the side you'll see, and I didn't want to work that side because it's just extra work, and you know, nobody likes extra work. So anyway, so that's got that placed in. Now the only thing left really, other than, and y'all might have noticed, I still haven't painted the second side of this roll bar thing, but I'll get that done. I'll do that. Don't worry about it. That'll get done. I guess really, so Dick Dastardly gets the steering wheel, so I have to put, in fact, let's try to put the steering wheel in first, because that's probably our next challenge. We tried putting it in yesterday, and like everything else, it fits exceptionally tight, and I couldn't actually get it in there. So let me see, maybe I can get, let me see if I can just kind of clean out this hole with an X-Acto to get it just a touch larger. Everything fits exceptionally tight, which I guess is a good thing, because this is this model is actually supposed to be like a snap type model, or whatever you call those, a model you don't need glue for. You know, it's for children actually, and they just kind of snap it together and then they can play with it. And of course, we're trying to make something a little nicer out of it. Okay, let's see if I can get this. Now this is relatively kind of freshly painted, so I don't want to mess up the paint on my steering wheel, but I also want to get this to fit in. Okay, let's see. And I think it's supposed to, if I pull the coating off of this down here, I think we can probably make it happen. But yeah, everything fits very tightly because of that. And then I've gone and painted. You're not actually supposed to paint this model either. So I've gone and put coats of paint, which just adds that, you know, that little bit of thickness. And so all the tolerances become a little too tight and you can't get anything to fit together. But I think this will actually probably go right in now. Yeah, just like that. So what I think I'll do, and that looks pretty good. So the black looks good. You can't see, yeah, that looks good. I don't know if you guys can see very well. But yeah, we got a steering wheel in there. You can't see any bare plastic or anything. You know, the black paint still looks good. I think, what can I do? I think maybe I can leave that unglued and then just put it in his hand. Yeah, I'll glue, what I'll do is I'll sit Dick on top of it, like so, and I'll glue Dick in place, Dick Dastardly that is, and he'll kind of hold the steering wheel in place. So I'm just going to leave it just as it is. And then what I want to do, I think I'm just going to put the glue on his backside here, on his rump. Let me get some of the flashing off there. And let's not drop that on my toes. I'm just going to use our Tamiya cement. I think, I'm wondering, you know what, now that I just did that, actually, the way I'm going to do this, let me just kind of pat that off. Probably should have thought this through a little better, but I'm just going to put a drop, a glob, a something of this thick CA glue, just like this, which will have some kind of body to it. But I don't know, like he was supposed to peg in there, but we cut the peg off. And with this thick CA, it'll kind of fill any gaps and glue him in place. What is on his arm here? Okay, there we go. Get all that off. It'll fill any gaps and hopefully, but I gotta be real careful putting him in. Okay, steering wheel move. Because I don't want to get CA glue on everything, because that'll make a mess. But with with the thick stuff, I think that'll be the best way to get him glued in there. I want to make sure that gets in his hands. Pull the steering wheel up to his hand, or pull him to the steering wheel. Yeah, I think that's right. I think that's pretty much where he's supposed to go. Okay, good. Yeah. So now I'm just not gonna touch him. I'm gonna let that CA. Actually, let me straighten him in the seat. I think he's a little crooked, but now his hands aren't on the steering wheel. We want to mostly. I think I want him to make sure his hands are on the steering wheel, just like that. Okay. And he's sitting a little crooked in the seat. I don't know if you guys can tell, but that's okay. I mean, it's not like you sit perfectly in a seat, but that's what's got his hands best on the steering wheel there, and that's what's most important to me. Next, we want to put his partner in crime here, Muttley, next to him. So I think I'm going to do the same thing. Just use our thick Starbond CA glue. And again, if you want a 10% discount on some good CA glue, check the description down below. There's a link to Starbond. With a discount code for you guys. So if you I mean, they've got a wide selection of CA glues too for all your needs, whether it's woodworking or model building or whatever it is you're doing. Okay, well, so Muttley's a little crooked. Yeah, that's just kind of how he is. There, that's a little straighter. Okay. Let me let them just kind of sit. We'll let that CA glue cure, and then that's it. Oh, I know what I wanted to mention. There is one last thing. So the mean machine, it's 00. They had decals that would go on the side. Oh, you can see it here. You know, you have the 00, and then you have the Wacky Races logo. The kit comes with these steering, and it comes with a crash and a bang, which is kind of cool. Maybe we'll end up using those. I don't know. But here's the 00, and here's the Wacky Races. Now the thing is, these are just clear decals. Now I'm thinking what I'm going to do is this whole thing. I want to do this whole thing with a coat of satin or flat clear, probably just satin clear. I always want to coat the whole thing to give it the same sheen all the way across everything, just so it looks like a painted cell. Again, I want the whole idea is for this diorama that we're building to look like a painted cell that was used in the cartoon, but it's in three dimensions. So if I use these, I think I want to test. I don't want to go ahead and stick them on because I think I'm going to test. Like I might use either the crash or the bang, or what did they have for the compact pussycat here? What does she have? Oh, she has the same thing. So what I can do, yeah. So she has the same. Wait, why do I have? Oh wait, whoa! Is this? Did I get two choices? This is. I literally just went into the box. These are wet apply, whatever you call that. Wet slide decals. Did they give us two options? Let me see what's in. I haven't looked into this close enough, I guess. Here is the stuff for the compact pussycat. The other, by the way, again, if you're new to the series, we're also putting together Penelope Pit Stop's compact pussycat, which is what I'm going to be finishing up next. But let me take a look at this because I had no idea. I think maybe we get an option. We're discovering things together here, guys. Oh yeah, look. Okay, so that you get an option. You get, yeah. So this again is the just sticker ones, and then this is the water slide decals. Why is there the Penelope Pit Stop? That seems inappropriate. What is that? A line that goes on the car? Anyways, yeah. So actually there are water slide decals. So I think I will actually be using these because I know, yeah, I'll test them. I'll probably test them anyways. I hate to use, well, that's okay. Yeah, I'll test these anyways on a piece of, I want to make sure that when we spray the satin clear that it doesn't destroy or goof up or whatever the decals. And what I will probably do, the best way to do this would actually be to spray this satin and then put our decals down and then spray satin, which is probably what we do. But I had no idea. I didn't even realize this had water slide decals. So cool. And then we've got these stickers just for giggles. Yeah, I guess there's a line that goes around. Where's her box top? Because I'm curious about this now. Oh, they don't show them. Where's her box bottom? That actually shows, I think, probably how the decals go. Oh, that line makes the door. Where's the... That's what makes... Give me this. Yeah, that's what's going to outline the door. I don't know if we want to do that or not. Let me see. Where's the picture of her car? I'm sure it probably does have a door line. Gosh, I got like a stack. Yeah, I mean, it does. It has that door line. But we're doing no other black lines. We had talked about that too. Whether we wanted to add all the black line kind of stuff. Like, in other words, you know, should I put in black lines here? Should I outline everything in black? And I decided not to. I think I like how it looks like this. But if that's going to have that line, I don't know. We'll have to see how it. Maybe we'll have to see how that looks if we want to leave that, or just cut out the W and put the W on. I don't know. Let me know what you think. You know, should we use that line or not? You can always let me know what you think down in the comment section. I really do like to hear what you guys think about it. Let me put these together to the side. I don't want them to get damaged. I'll put these back in the box, and we probably can use these little stickers for something. Yeah, let me know what you think down in the description. I will shoot a short of this, and it'll be out in the morning, so you can see the finished Mean Machine, or basically the finished Mean Machine. Like I said, we still need to satin clear it, decals and satin clear it, but for the most part, it's finished. We also need to put the flame in back here, which is on order. I should mention this. That is on order. The problem is it's telling me to expect it by the 31st. So it's a ways away. So it might be a little bit of time before we actually get the flame in. It might be one of the last things we do in the diorama portion of this build. But it is on order. So we've got the solution for the flame. If you didn't see what the solution is, go check yesterday's video. We talked about it. But anyways, leave me those comments down below. Hit the like button if you would. Hit the subscribe button if you want to keep up with this build and all the builds on this channel. Always check the descriptions for the playlist. I don't know. Do all those things you do on YouTube. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.